If you're looking for a 5G phone around the price of 15,000 and you don't want to accept so many compromises, this is the phone you should be looking, and this is the latest Realme 9i 5G. In this video, I'm going to talk about the full review of this phone in a very short way. Should you buy this phone or not? Coming up. Let's focus on the design first, and certainly this is a new design for the Realme. We have seen such kind of a camera layout before, like on the Samsung phones and some other brands. This back panel is certainly kind of nostalgic if you have seen some old CDs, but this is a plastic and you can see there's a lot of fingerprint smudges on the back. But still, this phone looks cool. It has a latest 2022 design, like it's a flat frame. Overall, the phone looks cool. Let's talk about the display. This is the 6.6 inches full HD IPS LCD panel. Of course, there is no AMOLED in this price for the 5G phone. And if you go to this display setting, you can see it supports up to the 90 Hertz refresh rate, not more than that. So I found two problems with the display. First, of course, it is an ancient design, like you might be seeing on 2019. It's a dewdrop notch, not the center punch hole. Also, the brightness is not very high. Like the typical brightness this phone can give you is 400 nits. If you're using on the white mode, that is not the dark mode, then you can find a display okay. But if you just turn on the dark mode, the display is not super bright, you can see. Let's talk about the software. It's a Realme UI 3.0 based on the Android 12. Hopefully this phone should get Android 13 very soon, maybe by year end. And about the extra application, I have installed just a couple of them, like the NT2, Call of Duty, and the Daily Pick for the wallpaper. Other than that, all the applications are pre-installed. For example, there's something new. For example, the Emoji Light Plus. With time to time, Realme UI is getting filled with a lot of bloatware. So you may need to install some launcher, or you may have to uninstall most of the application. Let's talk about the performance. This phone comes with the Dimensity 810 5G CPU, and this CPU supports 5G, and you are getting 9 5G band support in this phone. And speaking about the actual performance, I think this CPU is very good. Or I can say it, in this price segment, this could be the fastest phone you can buy right now, because this CPU is really good. All the phones which you are getting right now in this price segment, they're launching with a Snapdragon 695. We have seen that CPU, like there's a lot of limitation, but this CPU is still good. Throughout the review process, I don't find any issues, and for a reference, you can check out the benchmarking score. It is the latest NT2. So this CPU is really very good. So if you really are a power user and don't want to do any sacrifice on the performance side, especially on the low budget, this is the phone you should be considering, especially for the CPU. Okay, moving further, guys, let's talk about the camera. You get the triple camera setup, 50 megapixel plus 2 plus 2. And how's the actual photo quality? Few samples I am showing you right now. First, in the complete outdoor, I think colors are coming nice. They are 5 to 10% vibrant from the natural look. So it is definitely acceptable. But details are very good. You can see there's a lot of details coming in all these shots. They looks great. And dynamic range again is very good. You can spot the color details, and even on the shadows you can see details are properly visible. And about the maximum zoom capability, here is the couple of samples on the good lighting edition. Some indoor samples are taken on the artificial light. You can check. Photos are slightly vibrant here too, but details are okay. Noise is slightly not too much. And on the complete low light, photos are as expected. Details are missing. There's a lot of noise. By turning on the night mode, yes, the noise is removed, but bit of darkness has been introduced. And this is the same photograph with the lights turned on. And this is the rear camera video sample. This phone can record maximum 1080p videos. Even though this CPU support the 4K, you get the 8 megapixel selfie camera. Here's the sample. Since it is just 8 megapixel, you're not going to get a good detail. Like it may miss some details, and also on the portrait side, there is a bit of hair smoothing too, so maybe you need to adjust yourself or change the angle to take some better shot. And speaking about the battery, you get the 5000 mAh battery with the 80-watt fast charging. The charging time is roughly near to 2.5 hours, but the battery backup is really great. In the full brightness, also on the 90 Hertz refresh rate, I got near to 9 hours of screen on time. Like If you use 60 or you use adaptive brightness, then probably you can get something more. That depends on you. So battery is really good. You get this single bottom speaker, not a dual speaker, and they are quite loud. I don't find any problem, but considering the price, I think they are perfectly okay. So in the final verdict, what is the conclusion with the Realme 9i 5G? See, 5G is your priority. You don't want to spend much money, just max to max 15K. Then I think in this price segment, this phone is giving a lot of good features like a completely new design, the fastest CPU or fastest performing phone in this price segment, which is very good thing. Camera is good, especially the rear camera is good. A little bit of disappointment with the low light and the selfie. Otherwise, in most of the situation, this camera is performing very good. The battery is super excellent. Like with the heavy usage, you can completely cross 2 day. Yes, the display could have been slightly better, but still you are getting a 90 Hz display, not the AMOLED that you have to decide whether you want the AMOLED or the high refresh rate. So those are my thoughts with the Realme 9i 5G. Do let me know what is your verdict with the Realme 9i. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Saurabh. Have a great day.